What's up, programmer? In this video, I'm going to explain switch statements in C++. So, what are switch statements? Switch statements are conditional statements just like if statements, except they have their own different method and conditions for performing an action if the specified condition is met. Now, I am going to show you how to create a switch statement in C++. To create a switch statement, all you need to do is type the word switch first, then type the variable that you want to be checked in between the two parentheses, and then type the two curly brackets in the end. Make sure that the variable that you typed in between the two parentheses is the variable that you want to be checked in the conditions that you will implement. Now, in this example I created, I have an integer variable named number and I set it equal to 1. So unlike if statements, for switch statements, we create a condition called cases to check the specific conditions. And for each case, it means a specific condition that the switch statement will check for in the variable. In this example, I have created 3 cases. For case 1, it will check if the variable is equal to 1. For case 2, it will check if the variable is equal to 2. For case 3, it will check if the variable is equal to 3. Now, if your variable that is being checked by the switch statement matches one of the conditions in the cases, you want to make sure that you also include the keyword break. What this does is that it will break out of the switch statement and it will not have to continue to check through the other conditions that are remaining. If you don't include the break statement, the switch statement will continue to go through all the case conditions that you have implemented until it either reaches a break statement or it reaches the end. Let's see what happens when we run our switch statement. Case 1 was true, so that case was processed by the program. Now, what happens when the program checks a value that does not match any of the case conditions that you created? For this example, I am just going to change the integer variable to be equal to 5. When we run the program, we can see that nothing happens. This is because we don't have a default case condition set in place. What the default case condition does is that the switch statement will perform a default action if none of the cases and conditions are met. To write a default case condition, all we have to do is write default, then a colon, and then for the condition, just write whatever you want it to do. In this example, for the default condition, I'm going to have it output a statement. You can see that the default case was processed because the variable value did not match any of the cases. The default case statement is just like the else statement that you will have for if statements. For the switch statement, each specific case condition is checked one by one. If one of the case conditions match, and whatever code you have in between will be ran, and after it is done, it will break out of the switch statement if you have a break statement. If you don't have a break statement included, it will continue to check other conditions until there is a break or until it reaches the default condition. Comment down below if you found this video helpful so far or you have any questions you want to ask. Now I'm going to show you another example. In this example, I'm going to show you what happens when there is no break statements. Can you guess what is going to output when we run the program? So the output is that it will print out all the different case conditions and the default condition as well. This is because there is no break statement. The program will go through each specific case and perform the action inside of each case and also perform the action in the default condition as well. What happens when you have a break statement and one of the conditions that does not match your variable value? When we run the program, you can see that the program will still go through all the case conditions until it reaches the break statement. It will only stop when there is a break statement or it reaches the default condition. Additionally, if you are going to be using switch statements, you want to make sure that you also understand else if statements, which are very similar to how switch statements work, because sometimes you want to use switch statements and other times you want to use else if statements. I will demonstrate else if statements in this video, so you want to go watch that video next. Anyways, this is Easy Syntax, showing you programming made easy. Thank you for watching.